What is up, guys? It has been a minute. So we are going to be taking a review of Unshakable from Tony Robbins. This is his book that's actually a summary of his Money Master the Game book, which is like, ain't nobody got time for that one. That is a huge book. So I guess it's got more details. I don't know if I'm ever going to read it. I did buy it. You don't have to read every single book that you buy. The idea behind buying books, not just that you read them or that you read a book that you buy. Okay, you don't need to read it. If it sucks, just put it down and get a new one. But maybe one day I'll look into it. This book, though, it's quite a cool book. It's like your steps to financial freedom. He discusses the psychology of investors, why they buy high and they sell low, like they try to time the market and they always make mistakes. How people don't save and invest enough, and how we're getting screwed by fees. And that's actually the only thing I want to talk about this book. Like, it's kind of specific to Americans because he's speaking about 401ks and which companies can give you a better, lower fee 401k and what investments you should be putting in it. So it's very America specific. However, the big thing that you can take away from the book is the fees and kind of starting investing. So he gives like a good example of how if you are, it's like a 20-year-old guy, or 19, and he's saving $200-300 a month until he's 27, and then he stops saving. And then there's a guy who's not saved and only starts saving $200-300 a month from 27 till 65. And he shows how actually the guy who started earlier, who saved or invested less money total, but sooner, actually ends up with more money in his retirement. So that was quite a cool, a little bit of a mindfuck, but I guess that's the power of compounding, right? And he also then gives you the examples of fees and how fees wipe away your returns, and how like just 1% difference in fees can have like can like wipe out a lot of your retirement. So the maths he shows is kind of like, I don't know how much your retirement is, but basically he says that if you had these higher fees, they take away years off of your retirement. So it shows as like much as 10 years sometimes. And it also shows how like you can lose like 30-40% of your actual return just because of like a 1 or 2% fee difference, right? A 1 or 2% fee difference not being like from 1% to 1.01%, okay? 1 or 2% being from 1% to 2%. That's actually like a 50% or 100% fee increase, okay? So you have to look at absolute versus relative, but in any case, that's beyond the fucking point. The point is, watch your fees. So that's the big thing. You should get this book just so that you can read about how important fees are and how they can really screw your savings and investments. So I think that you should get this book just for that. Literally, not just that I'm giving you the point, you should take away the point and whatever. You should read this book just so that you can learn that piece. So the biggest takeaway from this was invest early if you can. If you can't, don't beat yourself up. Start though. Also, I feel like if you do have businesses, you should just spend all your money on your business. Fuck it, go big or go home. You can of course still save though, so it's a bit of a gray area. I would say, from what I've learned from these books and everything, that you should save at least like 10-20%, and then the rest fucking spend it on your business. Unless you don't have a business, you're like working for someone, and you're always going to be working for someone because businesses are too risky for you, whatever the hell, then save as much as you can, dude. Invest that shit, start early, start soon, and just put as much as you can into it. Stocks, bonds, all that good shit. Indexes. And the other thing is like showing how powerful indexes are versus actually buying individual stocks, and how low the fees of indexes are. So yeah, take a look at your investments and savings, what they cost you to have that money managed, how much tax benefits you can get from it, things like that. That's what I got out of this book. So great book, go get it, give it a quick read, and just realize the importance of fees. So thanks Tony Robbins for highlighting fees to me. I knew that they were a big deal. I didn't know it was like that big a deal. I didn't know that it actually affects like a large minority of your investment or your savings, your retirement, It's not like it just fucks you 5%, so you get 95% of what you would have gotten. You only get like 60-70% of what you would have gotten. So you're giving away 30-40% of your return for nothing, basically. So that's the best piece of this book. Then the other books that I was reading on finance, let's just quickly go through biggest tips. This one, the biggest thing I learned here is start your own business. Like, expense things through your company, because it's spending pre-tax money versus post-tax, so it's a huge difference. That's like, it's worth it just for that piece of advice. But also lots of great stuff in there. Richest Man in Babylon, it was kind of like there's no easy money, and you should save like 10% of your income. So it's more about saving and investing. That's a big thing. Like, don't chase easy money, and save and invest, no matter how much or how little you make. The Master Key to Riches. This book, actually, yeah, these two books, and Think and Grow Rich, Master Key to Riches, this is like the mindset of money, that you actually need to believe that you can make a good amount of money, that it's not something it's not something that's for other people and not for you. It really gives you like a mindset and belief for making money, and I think they're worth it just for that. You know, this one is a bit funky because the Master Key to Riches, like, the guy is speaking, it's some masked guy speaking in an audience, and the audience doesn't know who he is. So I mean, that story is a bit funky. I don't dig that, but other than that, yeah, it just shows work hard and have a mindset for making money. Same thing here, guys. These two books, similar mindset, work hard. Anyway, that concludes my rants on this whole money thing. I'm not going to read any more books about this stuff, not even close, not anytime soon. Maybe next year, once a year, I'll just read one or two of these books. Right now I've been going on a little journey of just reading people's biographies. Holy shit, I've just been really enjoying that. I've spent so much time reading people's biographies, and I don't really like people. I guess I like dead people because they are dead, and it's their biographies I'm reading. Though Trevor Noah's not dead, and I read his, and it's fucking epic, guys. Born a Crime. I'll do reviews on all these biographies and everything. It's good stuff. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Like, comment, subscribe. What else do you have to do for YouTube? That's it. There's a notification bell, I guess. But yeah, we're still building this stuff out, so you give me time. And yeah, guys, have a good one. Cheers.